Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to everybody's favourite video game, Silent Hill Homecoming. Did want to apologise to Silent Hill Homecoming. Yesterday I think I said it was released in 2010. That's not true. It was released in 2008. I think I had got it confused with, I believe Shattered Memories was released in 2010. And somehow I think I got those two dates mixed up. But nonetheless, this still came out the same year as Blood Curse and is by far the inferior game, unfortunately. But, you know, at a certain point, what can you do, you know? What can you do? So we've got a couple of sections left in the game. We're going to make our way through the rest of the prison. And I'm pretty sure the prison is where we get our first sort of moral dilemma, which this game tries to introduce. Actual just sort of binary choices that affect the ending you receive. Which don't really... I don't recall them sitting right with me the first time, but I suppose we'll find out how they go.
You there?
The damn radio keeps going out. I'm glad you're back.
Listen, this door is jammed. I need your help.
Okay, I can see you. That's the entrance to the A block. Okay, go back.
I'm impressed that since we cut the power, like, what else is powering this area? Can't go through here. All the security cameras and the door controls are still working.
Go through that door, head down the hall, and go right.
Is there anything else in here? The game is just like so stingy with its ammunition. I really wish I knew why. It's frustrating.
A block now. Go across and through the doors.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Is that something? Looks like it could be something, but I guess not.
Okay, Wheeler. I found a keypad, but it looks broken. I'm gonna search for a way to fix it.
It's just sort of bizarre, like these moments in games, in these kinds of games, you're supposed to be feeling like completely isolated and alone, and sort of uncertain of your place in the world. But here we are, you know, phoning in. I feel, yeah, like I get that not every horror game needs to provide a sense of isolation. Certainly not, but it does help. I think recognizing when to isolate the player can be really effective. Having Wheeler on the other end doesn't really do anything for the fear factor necessarily. Okay, where can I go? What's back through here? Must be something else in here, right? Oh, thank goodness, a health drink. How am I doing anyway? 4 health drinks. I say I'm swimming in it, but by the next boss I absolutely won't be. Okay, we gotta find 3 wires and solve another wire puzzle just like we did at the hotel the first time. Malfunctioning radio, I'll take that. Yeah, so I got no shotgun ammo left anymore. But I just have a little bit of pistol ammo, which is something, I suppose. Let's go looking around for some wires. Tools. Someone was making repairs but ran out of time. Spare bit of wire inside this cool kit. Cool. Okay. This gate isn't gonna move. Ever. Pretty sure about that, apparently. Okay. Where else can we look around here for a wire? So we got... If I put that one there... What? Okay, and what, we're still missing one? Yeah, missing one wire. Drop down. We won't faceplant like in Blood Curse actually, you know, it's a nice change. Yeah, what's through here? Wire. Got a loose wire. It's thrill a minute here in this game, just in case you can't tell. Okay. Back through we go. And now time for another fabulous wire puzzle. Which, yeah, this game does seem to enjoy. We've got 2 so far. I think 2, unless I'm misremembering one. Okay, yes, yep, no, that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try and restore power to the keypad. Okay. Connect that. Okay, what if we... I guess we'll just, yeah, we just got to trial and error, right? Okay, so... I'm really glad these sparks aren't killing me, that's good. Okay. This one? And if I swap these 2 around? No. So that gives me 3. If I move this one over. Nope. This one? Nope. That's 0. I'm sure this is like hugely exciting gameplay. Yeah. I feel like this game... I was discussing Silent Hill 2's pacing yesterday with a friend of mine. It was their first time playing it through, and they were wandering through the broken streets after the hospital section. And I know that's like a number of people complain about, I think, the lengthy amount of time that you're meant to spend walking. Just walking around in Silent Hill. There's a lot of that, a lot of sort of faffing around, wandering through streets that are like so wide that you can dodge the enemies and so dark that you can barely see anything. But the observation was that it was actually a very peaceful section of the game, and I think in a way, you know, it reminds me of the repeated use of walking in something like Pathologic, wherein the downtime is there for the player to think and reflect rather than to be challenged mechanically. And I feel like, I don't know, a lot of games, a lot of people playing those kinds of games. Yeah, blue goes there. Okay. So we got blue there, green. This, wait. Put that one there? No. Put that one back there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You have to bear with me, but this like these moments of downtime, I think, are really crucial to just allowing the player to like feel respected. Like they can actually absorb the story, or like even just sort of have time to meditate. Like it's sort of a meditative experience to a certain degree. I really do think that, and that, yeah, that feeling of peace is really profound Not many games are able to pull off pacing like that, and not many games are willing to. I don't think they trust their player enough. I don't really like the first Alan Wake. I think because of its pacing really is the main thing. I struggle with the number of shootouts that I'm expected to deal with. Like all that I had to deal with in that game was just being shot at or attacked by like these sort of spectral lumberjack people, and I just, yeah, like there was no real time for me to absorb the world outside of the enjoyable like first chapter and a couple of really short segments. There was just no space for the atmosphere to breathe, which was a real shame, because I think, yeah, what it does is, yeah, fiendishly clever. Okay. So surely it must be... Man, what am I doing wrong here? If I just straighten them all out to start with. I get one. Okay. Hey. That loses me a point of power. Nope. I just, yeah, like, I would just generally like games to respect their players a little bit more. Not like, yeah, talk down to them in gameplay. I feel like... Great. Okay. I feel like that's what's been happening in Silent Hill Homecoming, is that, for the most part, I'm just being told what to do and where to go the whole time, by another character, which doesn't feel the same as, say, someone like marking something down. The character you're playing as marking something on the map, and then you having to figure out, yeah, what happens next with that. Yeah, I think there's a time and a place to specifically direct the player, and obviously I'm the kind of player who would prefer less hand-holding where required, because I do like mucking around and breaking stuff and experimenting with game mechanics and rules and that kind of thing. So yeah, obviously I'm not a huge fan of the way Homecoming handles it. Okay. Did I pick up any clues about this? I presume it's not, you know, we can't punch into... Oh, my stick's going funny, 206. No, how many numbers is the code? Okay, it's a full code. Alright. Okay, let's have a look around. But yeah, like, this is the kind of moment that I actually enjoy. Even if the wire puzzle was a little nonsensical, I think, like, at the very least, the game is trusting me more than it has to actually just look around the area and, yeah, try and figure some things out for myself. And that's the kind of thing I always respect about a game, because it does indicate that the game, at the very least, is attempting to respect me. I'm not saying this is always true, or that it has been doing a particularly good job or anything, but, you know, at least there's this moment of downtime where the game isn't throwing monsters at me, that it is just sort of letting me solve puzzles. Because as you've seen, if you've watched the previous streams, then you'll know that this game has a real habit of just throwing monsters at you insistently. And I think those moments of downtime really are integral to what make the first four games in the Silent Hill series. I think they're sort of a part of the invisible magic, if that makes any sense. Sort of why that works. Which one was this? This one? Ah, so it was something. 110391. Clear. 110391. Cool. But yeah, like the moments where monsters aren't being thrown at you, or where you recognize
All right,
that
Wheeler, I made it in. I'm gonna look around.
we realize that the monsters aren't like that scary. So here's our first moral choice here. You can see our mother at the end of the corridor. And yeah, I think there's something to be said for how ineffectual the monsters are, particularly in the second Silent Hill game. Without that, the game just wouldn't feel the same. So here we are.
Mom. Jesus, what did they do?
Alex. Is that you?
Mom, I'm gonna get you down.
I'm sorry, Alex.
Shh. It's okay.
Your father and I, we loved you so much. They said we could only choose one.
Mom, please. Stop. Save your breath.
Let me go, Alex.
I can't.
It hurts so much. Make it stop.
Mom, I can't.
Please, Alex. Please.
Okay, so yeah, then we just sort of we haven't had to make a choice like this in a while. But yep, we have this moral choice here. Do we mercy kill Alex's mother or not? And I think we're going to do it. It's not a bad scene actually, and the actors are giving it their all. Especially, I like Alex in a certain way. I think there was more that could have been done with him, but I do like everything that the actor tries to bring out in him. He's just he could have been a better protagonist in a better game. It's just I suppose it's just a big bundle of what ifs, really, isn't it? This game. Okay, I'll do it.
It's okay, Alex. I love you.
So yeah, this game is a lot nastier, I think, in more direct ways than some of the Silent Hills that preceded it. Not to say that the other Silent Hills weren't also really nasty and gory, but this one just has, yeah, like explicit scenes like that. I'm pretty sure Homecoming wasn't released in Japan for those reasons, but that scene alone is worth it because of, I think, this track that plays immediately after it. It actually manages to make that moment feel significant. Like, I'd actually forgotten how good the scene was, probably in comparison to everything else we've seen previously, other than maybe the Scarlet boss fight. It's actually a pretty good moment. Just a shame the music like cuts out. Like, if the game had had even more confidence, we would have been left to sort of wander back through the prison, but we don't. So I think we're just thrown. Are we just thrown directly into a boss fight here? I think this is our third boss fight against. Oh, the name eludes me. Sort of abrupt though, obviously. An abrupt boss fight, I think. Okay. Investigate, right. We puzzle first before we get to the boss. Reach inside. Are there any clues around here? I stand beside the holy man, the monarchs fear my wrath, none may move the way I can, ever the crooked path, okay. The man who devised it does not want it. The man who bought it does not use it. The man who used it does not realize it. What man loves more than life, fears more than death or mortal strife? What poor men have, the rich acquire, and all contented men desire. What misers spend, and the wastrel save, and each man carries to his grave. Okay. Right, we gotta pick which of the symbols. So we've got time, love, omega, or the $sign, or nothing. Okay. What man loves more than life, fears more than death or mortal strife? What poor men have, the rich acquire, and all contented men desire. I'd say nothing, right? What's this one? The man who devised it does not want it, the man who bought it does not use it, the man who used it does not realize it. There's some fun riddles, actually. Goodness me, I've been praising this game a little, this stream. What's happening? Was it the man who devised it does not use it? Hang on. The man who devised it does not want it. The man who bought it does not use it. The man who used it does not realize it. The man who used it does not realize it. The coffin? I stand beside the holy man, the monarchs fear my wrath, none may move the way I can, ever the crooked path. Okay, what are the symbols for this one? None may move the way I can, ever the crooked path. The horse, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we get eaten. Cool. Not a bad puzzle, right? Like, actually not bad. They're fun little riddles, fun little idea. Can I go back through and save the game? Nope. Okay. That's fine. Down we go, I guess. He doesn't jump into it with as much gusto as the other protagonists. Should just leap. No, he dangles off the edge and drops safely down.
Thank God you're alive. I was about to go to Looney Tunes in this Roach Motel.
Oh my god. Yeah, right back to the dialogue. Here we go.
Sorry, Alex. But I'm afraid I got more bad news. I found this on one of those order soldiers I roughed up. L's name's on it.
Then we gotta get out of here.
Let's go, partner.
Alright, we're back with Wheeler. Yeah, and the praise just dries up. AI companion, fight our way through Silent Hill, fun times, let's go. Okay, there's a save point here anyway. Won't budge. It's rolling time. Won't budge either. How the heck did you get down here, is my question. Through here? I thought you were staying at your post or whatever. Guess not.
God, where the hell are we? I don't know, Wheeler, but we have to keep moving.
It's, yeah, dialogue like that just like sucks the tension out of this game. Where are we? I don't know, but we gotta keep going. It's really, really quite frustrating to, yeah, like lose like the emotion and the tension that should rightfully be there after we just made the decision to, yeah, like shoot his mother, and still watch her like get ripped in half, basically. Okay, my favorite, these guys. I guess the one benefit to having him here is that I don't have to engage in the shitty combat, I suppose. You know, I gotta count my blessings. I gotta be, you know, stay optimistic. Just keep on trucking. Okay. Another save. What is with this game being so generous all of a sudden? Yep. Save it again. Yeah, look at that. A first aid kit. The boss fight must be just around the corner or something. Okay. Here we go.
Judge Holloway.
Alex!
This must be the thing I...
You get her loose before they start pumping the gas. I'll shut off the valves.
Yeah.
Must be the boss fight that I remembered.
God.
I just gotten the order confused.
What is that? Where did you get that?
It's L's.
Elle. Where is she? Is she okay?
I don't know. I'll find her though, I promise. She said she took this from you. So I guess you should have it back.
This isn't mine. It belonged to Nora.
Nora?
They turn on the gas.
Not Wheeler.
Get out! Get out of here! I'll save Wheeler!
That evil smirk.
What are you doing? Get off me! Stop it! Wheeler!
I don't know if this is really necessary.
Jesus Christ! Holy fuck!
Yeah, the bosses in this game I think are the best part, by far. They got the best designs out of any of the monsters that are shown. Legitimately quite creepy, obviously. Got a human centipede kind of thing going on here. Goodness knows how to fight them, but... hit him once. Oh. Yeah, maybe I'll use one of the serums. Get a little bit more health. I just like... nope. What's the best way to do this? Gotta figure out the strategy here. Hit him once, again. I shouldn't have done that. If I die though, it's alright. I always press the wrong... I always go into the wrong inventory. How do I get out of this? Okay. Okay. Didn't really seem to do anything. Good to know, so we'll just have to fight them with... oh dear. Like, you know, it's like a fittingly intimidating looking boss. Just a shame that the combat itself is so clunky, like nothing I'm doing has any responsiveness to it. Like I know a lot of people will disagree, but I find the first few games, the controls are just so intuitive. Everything feels frightening, but also the right level of responsive, as I talked about yesterday, right? There's so much to enjoy about those earlier games. I guess if you keep doing this doesn't do any damage to me, provided I am mashing fast enough. And I can't remember if this is one of the bosses that has multiple phases or not either. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it probably does. Got a lot of health though. The axe really does not do very much damage. Whoa. I just gotta keep hitting the behind, right? Or is... like it seems more effective, but it's really hard to tell. There's just, yeah, there's no feedback as well. It's like when I was fighting the first boss, Sepulchre, I think. That was, you know, I had no idea whether I was doing any damage or not. There's just no way to tell. You can keep doing this to me, like I don't really mind. I'm not too bad at mashing buttons. That's something I can do. Okay, that actually hurt. And I have a wee health drink. Feel a wee bit better. Okay, alright. I wish I could remember this boss's name, but it's pretty effectively creepy, I think. Not as good as Scarlet.
Wait, Josh!
But you know, still cool. It's a shame as well that the corpse just disappears. You know, one of the nice things about Silent Hill 2, you know, the very last fight with Pyramid Head, he stays there. He doesn't leave. And you can like just observe him quietly. But the bosses in this game just vanish. I don't know. It feels like a bit of an oversight. But yeah, maybe there was something else that was supposed to happen in a cutscene that just didn't. They just didn't finish. I don't know. But we're almost there. Plowing through. Okay. It's jammed shut.
Josh, wait!
Shockingly, the character who has been running from us all game refuses to stop running from us right now. I'll let you do your thing, buddy. Or I won't, because there's a valve I need to turn. What? Damn. Just keep hacking away. Hacking away. Got him. Alright. Now we can turn the valve. I presume this would have taken just the wrong amount of time if I tried to do that. When the smog was in there. So yeah, some ammo would be nice right about now, but it's actually fine as long as the game is still giving me healing supplies. I think that's really the important thing. Rifle ammo for a gun I do not have. I'm hoping I haven't missed that. That would be bad. Okay, in we go. It looked for a moment like I wasn't going to be able to open that because the barbed wire looked sort of in the way in a similar fashion. Now, was this the church from the film? It's been a little while since I've seen the movie, but it does seem to ring a bell. Funny because, you know, it's a church. What a beautiful design. Wonder what it sounded like when it was playing. Isn't that... Wait, there's something here. This looks like another place where I can use the dagger. Okay. Yeah, the soundtrack's really cool. They still did a really good job with that. Just a shame that, yeah, this is the very underwhelming game that it is attached to. Shotgun ammo. Is that a monster? Yep. Okay, I'm really not interested in dealing with you right now. What's this say? It contains a few lines from a hymn. Where shall my wandering soul begin? How shall we all to heaven aspire? Okay. Anything else? I can hear something else in here, but I don't know where. Duck under here. Have a little look around. I'll equip my fire axe again. Examine baptismal font. Something inside. And a monster. Joshua taking a picture of himself in our bathroom. Looking absolutely fabulous as always. Okay. Dead body and a bug. Just try and smash them all. Cool, cool, cool. Examine something on top of that torso. Got the chalice plate. Okay, it's another game of assemble the puzzle pieces. Have a wander around and see what else we can find in the church. Which I believe to be either the final or the penultimate area in the game. We've got a couple of... I think we got 2 more moral choices to make from memory. Excerpt from a psalm. Blessed is the man who does not tread the path of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. Okay. Not sure whether we're supposed to be remembering all of this. There appears to be someone inside. Maybe they know what's going on around here. We'll have a chat to them.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 4 years since my last confession. I don't blame you for ignoring me, Father. I'm not even sure you can help me. I'm lost. I'm so deep beyond the reach of my faith, and I'm sinking further away.
Okay, what did you do?
What could you have done that was so terrible?
I took my role as a father and I turned it into a daily chore. Fed him, cleaned him, put him to bed. I treated the dog with more respect. And when I was given a second son, the first might as well have been a stranger sleeping in our house.
Sounds like you can
I
change.
feel that you could start loving your son at any time.
I do love my son, Father. I love both my sons. But I had to make a choice. And the only way to live with that was to make sure my son never loved me. I had to make sure that he would never feel joy or compassion. All the things that make life worth living. You must understand, I was only trying to make things easier for him. And for me. And for this selfishness,
I wonder who this could be.
ask forgiveness.
If you truly want forgiveness, then you already have it.
Thank you, Father. And now I have something for you, Father.
I don't need anything from you. What?
No one in there. Kneeling man plate. But we chose to forgive him. I think that was another one of the moral choices I was talking about. I think there's one more choice that we have to make afterwards. This looks out of place. I'm gonna steal it. Okay, back down we go. We're gonna check out the other side of the church now. Making pretty good time, making pretty good progress. Might have another game done and dusted by the end of today. Fabulous. I just love fighting endless waves of tanky monsters. Just my favorite thing to do. How does the game know that about me? Statue holding something. Can't make out the expression on its face. The object is blocking my view. Something is missing. Could it be the candle? It sure could. That was really difficult. Got the candle plate. I still don't quite know how you reach that, but I guess you climbed up. Okay. Some pistol ammo. Let's check up this side now. Okay, let's keep on looking. See what we can find up here. Together, the three paintings form a scene of a man pursuing a mysterious woman. Okay. There's a lot of background noise going on at the moment, but can't quite tell where from. The gates are locked, but I don't see any means of opening them. Perhaps they are controlled from somewhere else in the church. That must mean I will have to go down and face those monsters, which means I'm really not in the mood for any kind of tussle. What do we got? The middle panel depicts an ancient dying tree. Reminds me of the one in the hotel atrium. Cut. Okay. A ripped painting. Alex, once again, making fabulous decisions with me in charge. What is... Just get him. Just hit him. What is happening? Stop. Unbelievable. Okay. Have a wee health drink. Okay, it's alright. Examine... No, there's nothing more to do. It's of a man being restrained by the roots from the tree. His eyes are fixed on the woman in the first painting. Cut. Got the tree plate. Okay. I do like how that's a one-hit kill on those guys. I do really appreciate that. I have a bad feeling I missed a rifle, unless it's around here somewhere. But I feel like surely I should have received it by now. Okay. Nothing else through here, is there? No, just the ammo and health, which I'm very grateful for. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I guess I should have paid closer attention to the radio sounds that were coming from behind that middle painting. But that's alright. Look how lucky am I. Two enemies right in front of me. Thank goodness for that shotgun ammo the game gave me. And I really don't feel like it's a waste to use it on those guys, because they are just a pain. Okay. 5 slots. Hang on. Cannot be used here. Cannot be used here? Oh, I see. Sorrow, sacrifice, penitence, vengeance, desire. Is that the tree? Sorrow. Penitence is the kneeling man. Sacrifice was the chalice. Sorrow is the candle, and then I've still got to find one more. Do I have a map? No. Have another wander around. I've killed all the enemies, so I doubt it's behind the painting of the woman, but maybe it is. We'll go have a gander. Yeah, it's I feel like, yeah, this game finally gets, you know, a bit better towards the end, but you do still have to slog through so much unforgivable rubbish and so much bad dialogue that it's not really worth it. Like, yeah, there are definitely like insects behind there, right? If I can't find anything else, I will open that, but examine. Scene of a knight being stabbed in the back by an executioner. And his squire is crying. Okay. But there really is nothing else up here. No. Whoa. You know, I don't see the harm in cutting this open. Looks vaguely familiar. Yeah, no, nothing. That's all good. Keep looking. So yeah, we just desecrated 3 separate paintings in a church. I'm sure that'll be fine. Church looks pretty desecrated anyway, I suppose. Okay, so I guess there's no more up this way. We'll check back down that side corridor. The other side. Unless there's something over here, but I don't think there is. Just here, like curtains. Trying to imagine, yeah. Thanks to the PlayStation 3's physics engine, we can't interact with it in a nice way, so we won't interact with them at all. Let's check out the other side. I'm hoping that the rest of the game's design sort of holds to this, like giving you just the right amount of ammo to clear out the annoying enemies, while also ensuring that you actually do have this like space to breathe and just to solve puzzles. Feels like here is where the game is actually at its most comfortable, but the game does rarely find that level of comfort. Most of the time it's trying too hard to prove itself, I think. Okay, I don't have any items. Where is this last thing gonna be? Let me see. What could I be missing? What could I be missing? What haven't I looked at? I don't have a map, and I don't think there's any sense in going back outside, there was just like a couple of smogs outside. Church of the Holy Way. It's kind of blurry. What does it say? Times of worship, daily at dawn or dusk. Okay. Yeah, the game is like unusually quiet, I think, compared to a lot of the other Silent Hill games. I think that's something I notice, is that the music or the sounds sort of feel more profound, whereas, you know, I do constantly notice in other Silent Hill games, sounds are fairly constant, so you're constantly on edge, whereas here, if sounds are happening, you do feel cued into danger most of the time. Whereas I do think it works better if, yeah, you're not feeling safe at any time, because you never know when to trust a noise or, you know, when not to. Oh, it's a good thing I came back up here. Shotgun ammo. Woohoo! Thank you for the follow. That means a lot. You're lucky 100. Congratulations. I didn't think I would ever reach that stage. I'm actually yeah, that's kind of gobsmacking, really. 100. Goodness me. Wow. Yeah, that's made my day. Thank you very much. That does unfortunately mean I will now be forced by my own hand to play Outlast 2, which was the threat the threat I gave myself if I kept going to 100. Wow, 100. Triple digits. Yeah, I didn't think I'd see the day when I started doing this. Thank you very much. That's very lovely. So yeah, at some point this year, Outlast 2 is now officially on the menu, much to my despair. Okay, I forgot, where have I not looked? Where have I not looked? Barbed wire, yeah, okay, so we can't go back outside at all. I'm sure I'm missing something patently obvious. But I feel like that's the issue when I'm not given a map in a game like this. It can be fun, I think, like discovering things on your own, but I think the moment you sort of start to flail around, that's maybe when you start to lose the player a little bit. But again, like, I don't necessarily mind, because I do like the feeling of messing around and exploring and soaking in an environment, as I discussed earlier. But at the same time, you do sort of start to feel like this mounting sense of like, oh, okay, maybe I just really am lost and I'm missing out on some object that I don't know to interact with because it's not on my map. Yeah, I wonder who this was. There's nothing else in here though, right? No. And there was just the bowl for holy water used for baptism, stained in blood, that now no longer has the photo of Josh in it. Man, what am I missing here? I feel like I can hear, like, bugs or something up here. But maybe that is the game being at least slightly clever. I love just this is just going to be the segment of the video. You're just going to hear Alex's footsteps clattering back and forward, back and forward. Okay. Alrighty. Maybe I will have to resort to, in the interest of time, looking this up. Because I've obviously missed something important, but probably painfully obvious. Unless I do use the... no. Like this, it doesn't say anything, does it? I can't actually read what that says. No. All right, I'm gonna have to resort to just double checking what I am up to. So sorry for this, you'll have to bear with me. So yeah, the church, tablets. Okay. Oh, okay. I've just missed something in front of the stained glass window. That's easy. I'll just go grab that. Yeah, that's alright. No problem. I couldn't see anything, but and I did interact with it, but I probably just missed something quite obvious. I suppose there must have been a reason to come out here. Oh, look at that. Right there. What? Yeah, what did he do to deserve this? The center window has something just below it. Why didn't it... didn't appear with anything like that before? Oh. That was a nice backwards roll. Right, let's get some action movie stuff going on here, yeah? What? Must we do this now? Just when I was talking about the game, like, easing up on me, right? The game lied to me. Okay, that pistol actually does a lot of damage to these things. I feel like it downs them quite quickly. Okay. Alright. Action movie moment over. Hopefully that's correct. Cool. Ah, would you look at that? Another death trap for another one of my family members. He's having a wonderful day, Alex is. Another good bit of soundtrack coming in again.
Alex? What are you doing here?
I'm here to save Joshua.
Joshua. Can't save him. You need to get out of here.
Stop giving me orders, Dad. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
You hate me. It's okay. I don't blame you.
I don't hate you. I forgot you. A long time ago.
I never meant to hurt you, son. I had to make a choice. And now I'm paying for it. We all are. After all I've done, you still wear my old dog tags. That must mean something.
What are you talking about? These are mine. I'm a soldier. Just like you wanted.
Alex, you've been in the hospital.
I know. I was wounded in battle.
No. A mental hospital. You've been there ever since the accident.
No. That's not true. I'm a soldier. I protect people.
We had to take you there. After that night. After I gave your brother this.
What is this thing? What did you do? Where's Joshua?
Alex, forgive me.
Hey, look who it is.
No! No!
Well, bye. See ya. I don't know. I think that's a decent reveal. You can obviously tell that, yeah, like what they're trying to do is go for the Silent Hill 2 twist ending. And like honestly, like as I said before, I like what they tried to do with Alex's character at least. He's a pretty decent character, like all things considered, and I think if they'd spent more time characterizing him, writing him out, actually making it clear that he is a soldier and really valued his time in the service, you think that moment should have like a lot more impact, but it just doesn't. It rings a bit hollow. But I do think, you know, like much like the scene in Silent Hill Origins with Travis's dad, you sort of get that like first little hint of emotion, and then the game just snatches it away in this like rubbish boss fight and this silly puzzle, and you just sort of left wondering, like, if the game had only like given this space to breathe, it would be much better. Okay, we're suiting up as a cultist. And we're just going to run through the steam. And we don't... Do we get a minecart section like in Resident Evil 4? Hey, it's
Going down.
Curtis, right? The gun guy?
You like your job, soldier? I love what I do. Fixing things. It's my gift. But now, I have direction. Clarity. It's important to know who you are.
I mean, I did read a study saying that the reason most people were afraid of losing their jobs or quitting was, how did that knock you out? Was the loss of identity.
Soldier.
Great lip syncing. I don't... okay, and then we've got a repeat of the first cutscene where we're being dragged along. Almost right at the end here, I think.
Judge Holloway.
You should probably call me Margaret.
My goodness.
You're
Is
so-
she evil? Who could have seen that coming?
Found Al. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. You try so hard to raise a child, to instill your values into her. You want her to be her own person, but you hope she'll always remember what's important. Family.
What's going on?
family is the most important thing, Alex. I would do anything to protect them.
She's so clearly evil. How did you not see this coming?
That's why I sacrificed my daughter.
What?
The founders. They had good intentions. They left the Order to start a new life in Shepherd's Glen. But they feared the wrath of our God. So they made a pact to keep us safe. All that was required was a small sacrifice. Our children. Once every 50 years, the founding families must make an offering to appease the god. One of our children, her own flesh and blood, struck down with her own hands. I did what was required. I watched the light fade from Norma's eyes as I took her life, knowing that death would protect our family, protect Shepherd's
Josh.
Glen. No, Alex. One of us failed. Lacked the strength to fulfill his duty. Your father.
Where's Joshua?
Don't you see? Because of him, our sacrifices were in vain. The pact with our God was broken. Your father's lack of conviction cursed us all. The hope was to revive the Order, which our founders abandoned. The true faith.
By kidnapping? By murdering?
Murdering? I've given them life through rebirth.
And what about Elle? You gonna kill her too?
I've tried to make Elle understand. But she's like you, Alex. She still thinks there are such things as good and evil. But there aren't. There is only chaos and order.
I rolled my eyes about 3-4 times so far in this cutscene.
Show my daughter the price of her disobedience.
Don't! Look! I can help you with all this. There must be another way.
No, Alex. It's time I finished what your father couldn't.
Just this like unnecessarily gruesome scene, honestly. It's like a quick time event to avoid being gruesomely murdered. Gameplay. Oops, clumsy me. It's a good thing his leg is fine. I guess, you know, not like that would have hurt at all, or like ripped through muscle or anything. Okay, got the ceremonial dagger. Oh, they took everything from me. Okay, I still got my healing items. That's the really important thing. Okay, we're in the lair. Okay, so this is definitely the end. We killed the crazy cult leader lady, which will probably end up, if we save Al, might be a slightly awkward conversation to have. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, that moment always came after me in the first playthrough. It was really clumsy as well. She just comes in here, exposits, tries to torture you to death, fails miserably, dies, and Alex is just fine after having a drill, like, through his leg. I mean, I guess he's, you know, taken worse beatings by now, but if you are going to play, like, a scene like that, seriously, then, like, why not actually, you know, have him, like, limp through. And also, like, the other thing I was going to mention was putting on the enemy's outfit, like actually putting on the cultist outfit. You think they could have really made something of that, given the revelation that we just had, which is that Alex isn't a soldier, that he's been in the mental hospital. You think that would spark, like, a, you know, an actual crisis in gameplay of, like, who actually are we? I think we really could have had something there, but unfortunately, yeah, we just didn't. Oh, hang on. Ceremonial dagger sucks. You know, we could have had, like, moments sort of testing loyalty, of, like, wanting to reassert ourselves against the Order, or sort of adopting, like, mannerisms of the Order, just in gameplay. I think it could have been really clever, but sadly, yeah, we just didn't get that at all. You just get, yeah, one little walk through some steam, a cutscene, and then, yeah, nothing is really tested or challenged in any way. That glass just breaks just like that, huh? Okay. Nice. It's good to see that we're just as effectual as each other. And I'm wondering if, you know, if what the game was going for is, like, the humans are the real monsters sort of thing. But again, like, having them as faceless enemies really isn't the way to do it. At least, I don't know, within a Silent Hill context, it does feel wrong to sort of have, you know, no empathy for your fellow human beings. I don't know, maybe people disagree about that. Maybe not. Okay, Through the Fog, A Skeptic in Silent Hill by Paul Scheibel. Silent Hill, a town known for its mysterious happenings and now defunct cult, the Order, which was recently exposed by Detective Douglas Cartland. But what darkness really lies behind the simple veneer of this sleepy town? Paul Scheibel's latest book chronicles his research during a 2-year stay in the town, including detailed interviews with long-time residents, cult documents you won't find anywhere else, and an appendix of popular local legends. As expected, life in Silent Hill is far more mundane than you may have heard, and the great evil the Order sought to find originated from the same abyss whence all religions spring, nowhere darker than the fanatical minds of its followers. But yeah, I always felt like the original games did have this understanding, you know, this comprehension and empathy for victims of trauma and abuse. And this game doesn't seem to have that same empathy. You know, like, presumably all of these enemies that we see here have been mostly brainwashed, like tortured and brainwashed is the implication. But maybe I'm misinterpreting that as well, but it seems like, yeah, they're all victims of this trauma and abuse, and to have them all just, yeah, be faceless enemies, to, yeah, be gunned down, is, you know, like a determined statement, I think, about the actual presentation of the game and of sort of Silent Hill's legacy, I suppose. Okay, where have I been? I still haven't been down to Sector 3. I got a key now. So through here, I think. Yeah, in here. Yep. Sector 3 key. Through we go. I'm sure you'll try, but I've got my incredible pipe here, which is, oh dear. I spoke too soon. It's the fact that they can just like stun lock you for so long. I guess I can do the same to them, I suppose, at a certain point. Goodness me. What is happening? This guy is incredible. Yeah, I do feel like, yeah, the one-on-one combat is what they designed the game around to a certain degree. But too often you'll find that, yeah, the enemies just gang up on you like way too much. You can't be here? Who are they saying that to? Me? Don't have the key. Locked. I haven't tried this one. Bust that open. Been a while since I had to do that. Forgotten that was the function of the crowbar and the pipe. Greetings. Cool. Have another health drink. I'm actually like awash here in healing supplies, which is a far cry from the beginning of the last stream and the end of the first one, where I was in an absolute state. Took him a while to make it over here. I guess he probably did his customary like gloating or something. They do seem to like doing that. Yeah, would you look at that? Yep, loves gloating. Won't budge. Okay, let's try and find another way in real quick. While he continues gloating, hopefully, like an absolute idiot. Let's go, let's go. Oh my goodness.
You're going down.
Is this really necessary? It's the fact that they can, yeah, like break themselves out just immediately and respond with a single hit. Yeah, like that. That's what makes the combat feel broken. Yeah, like why does he get to respond like that every time? It's just, you know, cheap shots. I'm just gonna first aid kit that up. Nope, okay. Not gonna first aid kit that up after all. It's worth a try. I don't know why it keeps going. Keeps giving me the Sepulchre boss fight tip, which was right at the start of the game. Every single loading screen, every time. Okay, yeah, we don't need to watch that again. Let's go. Push this again. Okay, Come on, we can finish this game. We just gotta beat Curtis. The ultimate enemy. Just gotta beat Curtis. Okay. Yo. I thought we were friends, Curtis, you know. I really wanted to trust you, but sadly, you know, it's come to this. Yes, Al, I'm trying to help. Just the screaming help while I'm fighting this guy is not helping, funnily enough. What a boss fight. And I guess, you know, this guy has a human face, but what do we know about him? He likes fixing things and torturing people. I don't know. Everyone's just comically evil is part of the problem. Which, you know, people like that do exist, I suppose. So, yeah. I will admit, that was pretty satisfying.
Get you out of here. Come on.
Let's go, let's go. We're almost there. Which way are we actually going? Wait, we must have to go down. This door? Nope. That's nope. Okay. Cool. Alright, we can just unlock this together. Do the classic, you know, the classic thing that we did hours ago in gameplay. This is what makes us such a good team, such a good couple. Our ability to open gates together. I think that's, honestly, like, that's the test for PlayStation 3 era romantic couples, is can the other person open a gate for you and hold it open? And, you know, if they can, they're the one, you know, that's how you know.
Let's go.
Just a little test for you. Just in case you're not sure. If you find yourself, you know, in a PlayStation 3 game at any point. Oh, seriously, must you? What?
Want a piece of me?
Why does he get the rifle? Ah. Still got some health. Okay, it's alright. Okay, no problem. But I don't think I can take his rifle, can I? No. Even though you think that would be the obvious choice. Yeah, I don't have anything to open that with. Let's go back this way. Yeah, I hope everyone is thoroughly enjoying being subjected in this way to so much Silent Hill Homecoming. You know, I hope you're enjoying it, you know, on the edge of your seat, just as much as I am here. I would be curious to hear, you know, what people... You shouldn't go in there, by the way, your mum is dead. There's just, like... There are some scenes that you're like, actually, you know, not bad. Not bad. And I would be curious to, you know, hear from people, like, oh... Like, what they felt that the promise of this game was. Oh. Ah, he doesn't dodge the way I want him to sometimes. It's certainly, the promise certainly isn't in the combat, as you can see. Why did he do that? It's just broken. It's just broken. Come on. He keeps dodging back into it. This is actually absurd. Okay, come on. Let's finish him off. Yeah, the combat just not anything good at all. Not enjoyable. Okay. Time for another true test of our romantic compatibility. That seems to be the way this is going, I think. The two surviving members of an entire town. You know, obviously we've got to find Wheeler as well. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. Killing cultists all day long. Okay, we got the rifle. Alright. That's fine then. I really thought we'd get that sooner, but... Oh. That's Wheeler, isn't it? I'm going to read this first. It's a set of bylaws for how to live by the Order's system of beliefs. 1. Commitment. All members of the Order must have fully committed themselves to this purpose in their beliefs, their activities, and their lives. 2. Membership. Membership within the Order is extended to all that seek the old ways. A. Levels of membership. A. Mother Circle. The Mother is considered the founding group of the Order. The name of the founding group is the Mother. Gee, I wonder why. B. Daughter Circle. Any second generation group hived off of the Mother. C. Servant Circle. Any third generation group stemming from the Mother. 3. The High Council. The High Council is set in place as a tool for all within the Order to make use of. The purpose of the High Council shall be to aid in the process of group formation as needed, act as a governing body in matters pertaining to the Order as a whole, and to be a judge/jury if asked to settle disputes. Goodness, it goes on. Grievances and discipline procedures. All decisions made by the High Council are binding. Presenting a case before the Council implies your acceptance of their decision. Those seeking mediation must contact the scribe. Yeah, boy, and it goes on and on like that. I just feel like sometimes reading those kinds of documents feels like reading like a lore wiki, or like those documents were made for like lore wikis to obsess over. You know, I don't think it necessarily adds anything important. Don't. Yeah, don't take the knives out. That's not how it works. Yeah, give him a med kit. Yeah, it'll be fine after that, right? Are we gonna untie him, or we're just gonna leave him there for someone to torture a little bit more? I guess so. I guess.
We need to get him out of here.
What about you?
I can't. Not without Joshua.
Be careful. I can't lose you too.
Okay, let's go. Okay, we're gonna finish this game. We're gonna finish Silent Hill Homecoming, everybody. Can we do it? Depends how far our healing items take us, I think. I don't have any ammo, do I? No, I got some ammo for the rifle. I still haven't found my shotgun. Or anything like that. Am I supposed to have it? Or my fire axe? Was I supposed to have picked up a key? Well, this is the last final puzzle here. Right, got a bunch of symbols. Yeah, it's very slow. Obviously I want to know what I'm doing before I try that. Appears to be written in a strange symbolic language. Offers me absolutely no clues, apparently. Now we've got a couple of symbols up on the wall here. Can we open this door? Nope. Okay. Another piece, another place that the dagger can be used. Okay. Okay, here we go. like some religious chanting in the background building. Examine. We, the family Bartlett, in order to ensure our continued protection and prosperity, do enter into the holy contract with our God, accept our duties as an executor of law, and willingly consign our child to the earth in God's name. Okay, so this is just the contracts each of the 4 families signed, so they murder their own children. Like, again, like, I don't think the base idea of the plot isn't necessarily bad. It's just there's so many, like, inconsistencies. And just so much bad dialogue and like a lack of emotion behind so much of what's going on. We just don't have enough time to really get to appreciate Alex as a character, or understand what any of the people in his life really mean to him in a significant way before they happen to go. It's, yeah, a lot of the problem is just down to the writing in this game. Okay, so the question is, we gotta line up. Yeah, line these up, I think. Gotta go around the end here. And then the question is, yeah, what goes in this inner ring? We've got that there, mountains there. The mountains on the inside, or the mountains are on the inside. So the person should go there. So if I rotate the inner ring, one more time. No, that hasn't done it, has it? Okay, let me think about this for a second. So we've got up the top that symbol. These are all the same, right? Family Holloway, yeah, is... What if I rotate... Can I rotate the outer ring one more time? Like, I'm just not sure whether it's... I don't think it's ever meant to align properly with the line, is it? No matter what I do, those just aren't going to line up. Alright, so we have... What's this one? The eye. And that one's the trident, that one's the triangle. Okay. If I keep going, I rotate. It really feels like I need to be doing something else here, but I don't know what else to do. Yeah, rotate the triangle around. Yeah, it should be right if I rotate. One more time, and it should be in the right spot. Roughly. And then Can I just trial and error the inner ring? I don't... I failed to see the order in which I need to get these. So we've got that one there. We've got the person... Oh wait, hang on. We've got something else over here as well. Drowned. Oh, do we need to line up the way in which they died? No, that doesn't make any sense, does it? I might have to, just in the interest of time as well, because I do actually want to finish this. Let's see. Yeah, the ring puzzle. Just because, yeah, I don't want to like end up with not enough time to finish it. Okay. Okay, so just checking this one more time. Mountain. Air. Person. Okay, and then... Okay. If I turn the outer ring, I was trying to line it up, the clue I got, so I was trying to line it up with the outside, but I got to line the rings up with each other. I think this should be the solution. Here we go. Yeah, no, I was doing it backwards. I was trying to line up the outside with the symbols on the outside, but I should have been lining them up with the inside. Okay. Almost there. And then, there's another one. Okay. I feel like this is, yeah, to do with, yeah, what Alex's dad should have done, so yeah, drown. Examine sacrificial altar for the Fitch family. Since for the altar where Dr. Fitch put Scarlet after he dismembered her. 4 names on the plaque: Theodore, Rose, Rusty, and Scarlet. Bartlett. Laid Joey's dead body after he buried him alive. 4 names written on it: Helen, Charles, Patricia, Joseph. Shepherd, sacrificial altar. 4 names written on the plaque: Daniel, Thomas, Rebecca, Alex. So you were the intended sacrifice, Alex. Just in case you hadn't figured that out. Yep. Back home. Look at him in his t-shirt. All relaxed.
Get dressed.
What are you doing here, Alex? Dad will freak if he finds out.
Give that to me. Someone will see us.
No!
It's okay. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. scared?
Oh no, I'm cool. It's just... Dad never lets us out on the lake.
Not you, anyway. Dad thinks you're a little baby who can't do anything on his own.
Yeah? Why'd he give me this?
What is that?
That's Dad's ring. But he told me not to show you, so I guess that makes me cooler.
Let me see it.
No!
What a piece of crap.
It's not. It's worth more than $1 million. That's why Dad gave it to me. Give that back! Give that back! Come on!
Josh! Josh!
Do you know what you've done?
It was an accident.
This is not the way it's supposed to be. I chose you. Now you've ruined it for all of us.
He's okay. He's right. He's like... No. I can save him. I can save him. He's okay.
So, yep, all revealed. He accidentally drowned his brother, and the soldier persona stems from that. Which is why I wish they'd played more with the soldier persona.
No.
Here we go. The final boss time, I think. And again, another really freaky design. It reminds me, actually, this one, it reminds me really strongly of one of the brothers from The Void. Which I think maybe is why I like this one so much. Oh, okay. No. There's gonna be a lot of this, I'm afraid. Yeah, the fusion of mechanical and humanoid. I'm pretty sure it's meant to symbolize Josh's drowning. With the sort of the tube feeding liquid into him and the distended stomach. And then the limbs. Like spider's limbs, because, you know, we've had that knowledge that, yeah, Josh really liked insects. So, like, again, this is another part of the game that, like, I am admittedly kind of a fan of. I'm a fan of the design, shall we say. Maybe not the boss fight itself, but Why did that miss? Oh. It's just the fact that it has so much range. And so much health. Oh. Oh, again. That's not even fair. Okay. Come on. I can beat this guy. If I could sprint, it would be easier. Like, why does that roll? Why did that not do anything? How did he grab me? Come on, I'm almost out of healing items now. Once he hits you the first time, you can't recover in time to actually... God. Come on. Come on, gotta finish him off. Okay, that was good. That was good. That's not so good. Really focusing here. Really drilling down. And I just hit him with a light attack, maybe. Doesn't really seem to do anything. At least this one I can tell. Aye. Get up, get up. Is there anything in the arena? Any health? Any ammo? Probably not. Why would the game be that generous? Okay, I'm out of health. What a pain. I'm not supposed to hit the arms, am I? No. How much health do you have? Okay, got him. Hey, look who it is. Had a rough day, Alex. Had a rough day.
Sorry, Josh. Never meant for this to happen. Here, buddy. Take this. God.
Where's he walking to? The door was the other way. Didn't crash, did it? Did it crash? Surely not. I'll give it another second. I'll give it another second. I think it would be just fitting if the game decided that it was over just there, to be perfectly honest. I feel like that this is the way that this stream was always meant to end. I'll give it another minute, but just in case it doesn't load, I guess, like, I'll give some sort of summative thoughts on Silent Hill Homecoming. I think I could really see most of the time what they were trying to do, and I think the bones of the plot and maybe the idea of the combat, I don't necessarily think on paper what they were trying to do was misguided. I think they were tasked with making the next main Silent Hill game for the next generation of consoles. And they said, okay, the movies come out, people like that, and people like Silent Hill 2, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and fuse those two things together. And I think that in itself isn't necessarily misguided. I mean, perhaps a little. You could argue that, yeah, they shouldn't be trying to emulate what's come before, they should be striving for something new. But that's not what happened, and they tried to make this game that was about a character also reckoning with guilt for something that they'd forgotten, something that they'd done in the past. They'd repressed the memory, and in Alex's case, interestingly, he had become someone else, identified with something else. And I do think that's quite an interesting idea for a story, but we don't really get much information about how Alex considers himself to be a soldier, or, you know, his perception of reality. And there was no meaningful, he didn't really have a meaningful interaction with anybody throughout the story, unfortunately. Besides, yeah, towards the end here, the interaction, yeah, with his parents before they die is really about it. The rest of it's just sort of over the top insanity. I think, yeah, it's a big shame, really, that the game turned out the way that it did, because there's real potential here in the idea of a protagonist who believes himself to be a soldier, and has these convictions in mind, but finds out that he was never a soldier, and that he's clinging on to a lie that he told himself to make himself feel better, like that's a strong part of his identity. And the story could have been, like what happens when you lose that identity, which I think could have been really interesting, and to a certain degree I feel like it is, but there's no, the parallels between Alex and the cultists perhaps could have been played up a bit more, I think. Alex is, homecoming, returning home, to find the town in this state, does reflect what should be his mental state, but also, sort of gives us problems really to reckon with, from a storytelling perspective. I just didn't really feel like Alex had much to say or to do. I really wish the game hadn't crashed like this right at the end, though. It would have been nice to have actually seen the entirety of the game. There's nothing I can press to get it unstuck either, by the looks of it. No, emulation settings won't help me here, I don't think. If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have saved the emulation state right before I landed the final blow somehow. But I don't necessarily want to fight the final boss again. I suppose I could try, but really, it's a strange game, I think, that tries to actionize the Silent Hill series, but does it really unthinkingly, like without comprehending how it will affect the game's themes. And I seem to recall reading that there were like interviews that, like we made him into a soldier so that the game could be sort of more action focused. But I do think that was a mistake. I think where the game is at its best are the quiet moments where you're like soaking in the atmosphere and puzzle solving. And part of that probably is just due to the fact I don't like the combat in this game at all. It's really clunky and doesn't feel good to control in any in any way at all. Which is, like again, like that's a shame to have to say. I think what you see here in Homecoming is the worst Silent Hill game, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have things that like feel so like tantalizingly close to being interesting or good. There's so many good ideas like just beneath the surface. This sort of tangible layer of like, damn, if only, this is the damn if only game, in the series. You really think that, I really think they could have polished a lot of this up if they had focused more on puzzles and exploration. Maybe they could have salvaged it if they hadn't felt the need to make it into a clunky action game. I think that's the biggest problem, is that it's trying to function as a classic survival horror but also as an action game, so you have this really awkward fusion where Alex's dodges just don't work. They just don't work. You saw that before. There's so little to actually recommend about this game as like a playable experience. I think the game crashing here right at the end, or hitching, or whatever it's chosen to do, does sort of summarize the experience. It's just all the promise that the game has on paper, it just doesn't fulfill any of it. So it feels really dreadful to play. And at the very least, I hope that this playthrough has been interesting to watch, even if you never plan to play Homecoming. I don't think you necessarily should plan to play Homecoming unless you're like an obsessive completionist like I am. It's just that there's nothing to it that you're not going to get the Silent Hill feeling that you want out of this game, other than maybe the soundtrack, in which case you can just go listen to the soundtrack, really, and sort of imagine the game from there. A lot of what the game tries to do just sort of falls flat. Yeah, there are only like 2 or 3 segments of the game that are probably actually worth playing. The Scarlet boss fight in her area was pretty cool. I liked the 3rd boss fight. I can't remember their name for some reason, but I did like them in the prison. And yeah, despite the presence of the cultists, I think the church and the bunker area right at the end are actually pretty good. Yeah, despite having to like slug it out with cultist enemies rather than any interesting monsters. And again, you could argue, right, that the symbolism here is that, yeah, Alex is sort of coming to terms with himself, and maybe that's why the cultists are faceless, because they are just monsters beneath. And, you know, maybe if you were to read this really charitably, you could say that the cultists are monsters and they represent, you know, the sort of facelessness of being a soldier, or the falsity of being a soldier, of just sort of being this fake person with this fake persona. But you would have to be very charitable, I think, indeed, to offer up that interpretation. Yeah. Overall, Silent Hill Homecoming is not a good game. I never like to say that. I say that a lot about some games, but I never like to say that it's a bad game. Sometimes that's the truth, but there's just, in every game, almost every game that I say that about, there's like potential. There's just so much potential, and if certain design elements had been thought through, or had come together in a different way, or something, or the lighting had been different, yeah, just the little things build up, and I feel like, yeah, we're sort of left to really reckon with a game that doesn't really know what it wants to be. I think that's at the core of it, is that it sort of has this identity crisis. Is it a Silent Hill game? Is it an action game? Is it a Resident Evil style game? Does it have, you know, shooting segments with cultists that have guns? Or, you know, are we just fighting monsters in melee combat one-on-one? Oh no, wait, we're not, because there's 3 monsters in this room. Oh no, wait, now we've got a friend who has a gun. Oh, he's gone now. There's just all of these moments, just so many, we're just fluctuating like back and forward, and for every good little moment you have, you know, 3 or more that just make you think, like, why did they do this? And that's really the overwhelming feeling, I think. So again, it's looking like this isn't gonna load. I can try to boot it back up, but if it does just kick me before the boss fight, I don't think I'll bother. If I remember correctly, the ending is just based on the choices I've made. I think I've got the good ending, so Alex will escape successfully with Al and Wheeler. Whereas if I'd chosen some of the bad options, yeah, Alex's guilt gets the better of him, and he becomes the next boogeyman, or the next Pyramid Head. I know there's another ending, but I can't remember what that is. But yeah, maybe I'll probably just leave it. I reckon it's an oddly fitting place to end. Just, yeah, an identity crisis doesn't know how to finish itself off. But I do hope you've enjoyed this wild ride through Silent Hill Homecoming. Next up, I'm going to play Haunting Ground. If people really, really want, I can try and beat the final boss again, but I don't know if there's any demand whatsoever for that. So yeah, Haunting Ground is next, followed Haunting Ground and Silent Hill 2, will be next. And then, yeah, now that I've got 100 followers, I mean, woohoo, I'll be scheduling Outlast 2 in at some point as well, so you can enjoy my suffering there too. I'm pretty sure that's what people are watching for at this point. But thanks for enjoying the suffering with me, and I hope you have a very good rest of your day. Thank you very much. See you later.